You are surrounded by laughter, yet somehow you feel invisible. Voices echo around you, but none of them seem to reach your mind. You smile when expected, but inside, something feels deeply disconnected. Why do some people feel the most alone when they are not alone at all? Loneliness is often imagined as physical isolation, but the truth is far more complex. Some of the deepest loneliness exists in crowded rooms filled with familiar faces. It is a silent, emotional experience that others rarely notice. This type of loneliness is not about being alone. It is about feeling unseen. Psychologists describe it as emotional disconnection rather than social absence. And for many people, it becomes a repeating pattern that shapes their identity. To understand it, we must look beyond the surface of social interaction. People who feel lonely in groups often struggle with internal self-perception. They may believe they are fundamentally different from those around them. This belief creates a subtle psychological barrier between them and others. Even when conversations happen, they feel like observers instead of participants. Their mind constantly analyzes how they are being perceived. This overthinking drains emotional energy during social interactions. Instead of enjoying the moment, they evaluate every word and reaction. They might replay conversations in real time while still inside them. This creates a sense of detachment from the present moment. Another key factor is emotional masking. They learn to display socially acceptable emotions while hiding their true feelings. This creates a gap between their outer expression and inner experience. Over time, this gap grows wider and harder to bridge. People around them may think they are fine, even happy, but internally, they feel misunderstood. This misunderstanding reinforces their sense of isolation. Past experiences also play a critical role. Rejection, neglect, or emotional invalidation can shape how they connect with others. They may have learned that expressing themselves leads to pain, so they protect themselves by staying emotionally distant. Even in safe environments, this protective mechanism remains active. Trust becomes difficult, even when it is deserved. They may fear that others will not truly understand them, or worse, that they will be judged if they open up. Another layer is the mismatch between surface level and deep conversations. Many social settings revolve around light, casual interactions. For someone craving meaningful connection, this feels empty. They may participate. This creates the illusion of connection without the substance. Over time, this illusion becomes exhausting. They begin to withdraw mentally, even if physically present. Social comparison also intensifies the feeling of loneliness. They observe others laughing, bonding, and connecting effortlessly. This leads to thoughts like, why can't I feel that? These thoughts create self-doubt and emotional distance. They may start to believe something is wrong with them. This belief becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. The more they believe it, the more disconnected they feel. And the more disconnected they feel, the harder it becomes to engage. Another hidden factor is sensitivity to social cues. They notice subtle shifts in tone, body language, and energy. While this can be a strength, it often leads to over-interpretation. A neutral reaction may be perceived as rejection. A delayed response may feel like disinterest. These interpretations increase emotional withdrawal. Eventually, even positive interactions fail to feel genuine. But inside, he feels like an outsider watching a movie. He wonders why he cannot feel the same warmth. Every response feels slightly forced, Later that night, he replays the entire evening in his mind. He questions whether he said something wrong. She moves through conversations with ease. She knows what to say and when to say it. She listens, responds, and even jokes, but feels nothing deeper. She longs for someone to truly see her. They are hidden behind smiles and normal behavior. Most people never realize what is happening internally. This makes the loneliness even more isolating because it feels invisible. And when something feels invisible, it becomes harder to explain. At its core, this type of loneliness is not about others. It is about connection with the self. When people feel disconnected internally, external connections lose meaning. They may not fully understand their own emotions, or they may suppress them to avoid discomfort. It begins with recognizing that the feeling is valid, not a flaw, but a signal that deeper emotional needs are not being met. Not instantly, but gradually and more authentically. It hides behind normal behavior and goes unnoticed by the world. It is about how we experience ourselves. And for the first time, being surrounded by people may finally feel like